Well, what is 5G?
Oh, great
What
question.
if one of our listeners,
Great question, Brett.
what if one of our listeners that's listening via technology to our podcast doesn't own a phone,
Via listening via technology. Okay.
doesn't own a phone?
Right. How about we just do what we always do? And I'm Brett. You're the artificial podcast resident layperson. Why don't you think what? I can't even talk. Why don't you tell us about what you think 5G is?
It's just better phone service. I don't know. It's just you had 4G,
Put
which was
some
pretty
oomph
good.
behind it.
There's
What
no
do you think
oomph.
5G is?
Okay, yeah, I got my Samsung Galaxy S3, right?
But you
When I
don't.
was
You want an
nine.
iPhone.
I well, as my first phone was Samsung Galaxy S3, right?
Oh,
I
okay.
had
Okay.
3G on it. I wanted Wi-Fi more than the 3G because the 3G sucked. Then they came out with 4G with my iPhone 7, then 4G LTE, and now they have 5G. And you know what? 5G seems to be faster than the internet that I pay for with Charter. So
All right. All right.
I don't
Pretty
know what it
good.
is. I just know that it has a little symbol on my phone in the upper right, and it goes faster.
Honestly, that's a great way to think about it. Being the
Invis-
resident layperson of the artificial podcast.
invisible tech. I can't see goes faster. Must be better. A thumbs up. Cool.
Good, Brett. That's actually you're onto something with that. But I think it's probably due for a more thorough explanation before we
Yeah,
dive
probably.
into why these conspiracy theories have arisen and how we can hopefully spread some facts to try
Oh,
and stop them.
one more thing I'll add is I know that's the fifth generation, which is what the G stands for.
Wow, you actually got into something before I even said it, you smart little duck, you.
That's enough of that. But continue.
Well, you're right that in a nutshell, 5G is the next generation of wireless networks, and that's what the G stands for. And truth be told, until I did research for this episode on 5G, I did not know that's what the G stood for in our different cellular networks. I thought it meant like gigabits, gigaband, gigawaves, giga guacamole, giga Monday afternoon,
Giga Bowser.
giga Bowser. All right, we're enough of that. But you get my point.
Sure.
And it stands for generation. So, like we had 3G was third generation cellular network. 4G was fourth generation cellular network.
But then they throw LTE in the mix. Like, what is that?
Long-term evolution is what that means.
That means they couldn't cross the bridge to 5, but it was like 4.5.
Sure, you can think of it
Like
like
halfway
that.
from 4 to 5. That's what LTE was.
Sure. And now we're on to 5G, so fifth generation cellular networks. And what are some of the key differences of 5G, you may ask, Brett? I know you didn't ask it, but I know you were thinking it. 5G connections bring much lower latency,
Wow.
more bandwidth,
Wow.
faster cellular data speeds, of course,
Incredible.
and more intelligent power management.
Incredible.
So there's a lot to 5G that makes it far different than our current 4G LTE networks. And, fun fact, Brett, Juniper Research estimates that by 2025, there will be 1.45 billion, yes, billion with a B, active 5G connections worldwide.
Holy crap. So you're
So-
saying 1/7 of the planet will have 5G?
Yes.
Wow.
Now, let's be
Not a
real.
lot.
It's prob Let's be real, it's probably going to be in more developed countries with
Yeah, no,
a,
yeah, of course.
a very high quality
But
cellular infrastructure, but
the world will have that we won't need 5G? Starlink.
shut up. We talked about that last week.
Yeah, that's why it's it's a connection.
Right, but as good as Starlink will probably end up being, it still won't come close to 5G.
I don't know. I don't really see a 5G tower out in the Sahara Desert.
Okay, if you're in an environment where you have access to a 5G cellular network, it will be better than Starlink will ever come close to.
Well, how can it be better than Starlink when Starlink can reach into the Sahara Desert?
Because when you're closer to a cell tower, you have lower latency and it can transfer data much faster. Starlink still has to beam up to a satellite and
No,
back.
I'm saying Starlink can cover the whole planet, so it's better than 5G that can't cover the whole planet. There's holes. It's like Swiss cheese.
Yes, if Elon Musk's crazy Starlink plan works out, there will be global internet, but even so, 5G will still be faster.
Okay, I'm saying more coverage is better than faster.
Oh, so that's the argument you're making. You didn't hint at that at all, which is why I've been getting hot under the collar.
What's worse? I don't have anything compared to I do have internet.
I think in the
What-
developed world,
do you think a person would rather have internet or faster internet?
I think in the developed world, in first world countries, the speed matters more than access.
Hey, I'm not speaking for people.
Well, I'm talking about people who've already had quality access to broadband and 4G LTE networks. So yes, faster makes sense versus just having more access, because most
Correct.
people don't think about having more access because most people don't travel and wind up in places where they don't have internet access.
Correct.
Believe it or not there, Brett.
Correct. You got anything else to add to that?
No.
Okay.
I just felt like giving you a bit of a smacky smack with what you
Wow.
were trying to argue there.
I was arguing that the whole world having internet is better than some people having faster.
I'm arguing that faster is better than the whole world having internet.
That's stupid.
Well,
That's
you
like
can.
that's like running over people, all the people on the train tracks besides run over the one person. You chose all the people to run over. That's what you just did. You suck.
Whatever. Fine, I suck. But even so, I think once we all get access to a developed and high quality 5G network that actually can do what the cell companies are claiming it can do down the road, I think your tune may be a bit different. Because if they're able to roll out 5G in the way that they claim they're going to be able to, and it can transfer data at the speeds at which they claim it can be able to,
Okay.
you may not need home broadband anymore.
I understand what you're saying, but let's just here hypothetically, let me run this down through your brain and see what you say. A genie comes down.
Oh, a genie.
I give you a choice. Would you like the whole world to have internet, or would you like
God,
to
we're
have
still on
first
this.
world, or would you like to have first world countries have faster internet? What would you choose?
You know what, Brett? I'll play with your stupid little scenario here. The whole world, of course, genie, because that makes everybody happy. And we live in a globalist society, so everybody having access is better than
Oh,
a couple
that means-
having speed.
That means Starlink's better.
I don't care anymore. I don't. I really don't. Have your stupid point. I don't care.
Whatever. Let's move on.
Anyhow, how does 5G work? Any thoughts there, Brett?
Dude, I don't know. Something about cell towers and it goes through the air and it goes to my phone. And then I use it.
On the right track? Almost there, but not quite.
Almost there. Yeah, okay.